Well, the next election for governor in Michigan is nearly 2 years from now, but already the speculation as to who may be in the running is ramping up.
24-hour News 8's political reporter Rick Alvin's been talking to some of his sources and listening to all the speculation about we know who's out, who's in.
That's right. We do know at least one that's out, and it seems like a long way away, but you got to raise a lot of money. You got to get started right now. In this or any election cycle, there are a number of people mulling over their options. Some names that will surface will only do so for a short time. Others may be around for the long haul, and some may pop up at the last minute. But for anyone serious about running for governor, they need to make a decision sooner rather than later and start raising money right now if they plan on challenging incumbent Governor Rick Snyder. That's if he runs. We'll come back to that. But first, here is what we know. As Brian pointed out, what many considered one of the Democrats' best bets when it comes to a shot at governor has already taken herself out of the running. Senator Gretchen Whitmer, the minority leader, was thought by some to be a sure candidate. Yesterday, citing family reasons, she said she would not get into the race. So that has led many observers, including this one, to wonder who else may step up to the plate for Democrats. Former Congressman Mark Schauer may be mulling the idea over. He's served in the State House and Senate as well. He may not be ready to get back into the political fray, but then again, he may. Former state senator and lottery chief Gary Peters is currently serving in the United States House of Representatives. At least one pundit I talked to thinks he might be lured into the race, but others think he'll cultivate his role in Washington. He still has a little time to decide, but again, early organization is going to be key. And what about Jocelyn Benson? She ran unsuccessfully for Secretary of State 2 years ago, but she has remained active in the party and as a law professor, and she's an election law watchdog. Benson would have the backing of some of the Democratic Party who have complained loudly about what they see as voter manipulation. Of course, there are likely to be others, and some of these may never even be in the race. And then that leaves us with Governor Snyder. He told me last year that he envisioned this whole process as a 10-year project, 2 years to run and 8 years to try and reinvent Michigan. Earlier this year, he said he wasn't ready to make an announcement, at least not yet. And despite speculation from some that think he might not run, it seems, at least to this reporter, that the governor is positioning himself for another race. Despite the fact he could draw a primary opponent, though, no one has stepped forward. One thing is for sure, that it will be an expensive race for whoever plans to compete. And fundraising will be key, which means if you're running for governor, you better start raising money, and you better start soon.